Hey everybody, I'm finally here to do my Q&A after I hit 1,000 subscribers. I'm almost at 5,000 right now, and that's so incredible to me. And just thank you all for subscribing and watching my videos, and I so appreciate all your support. I have a bunch of questions to get through, and I'm so excited to answer everyone's, but unfortunately I can't get through everybody's questions because I do have a lot, and that's just a lot of editing time for me. And probably a very long video because all my videos have been like 15-30 minutes, so let's try to make this short and hopefully get to know me better. So on to the questions. If you could watch one TV show for the rest of your life, which would it be and why? One TV show. Can I say Teen Wolf? I know people would probably say like Lost or something. Probably, no, take that back. I love Teen Wolf, but I gotta go with my main one, which is X-Files. I love X-Files. I could watch those episodes over and over again. I didn't even get to grow up with it. I was way too young to watch it, but I just remember my parents being so into the show, and I really loved X-Files. So I would probably watch X-Files for the rest of my life just because Scully and Mulder are amazing. When did you start reading a lot of books and watching booktube videos? This is really typical. I started reading a lot of books basically after I read Twilight. I was not a big reader back then. I was 14, I think. Yeah, I was 14, and Twilight just started it all for me, and it just made me love reading, and I'm so thankful for that. I would not be reading, or I would not be here, and so would a lot of you either, because I mean Twilight started it all for, you know, our age group. Watching booktube videos, I didn't really understand the whole YouTube phenomenon thing. It was more like Christmas of 2012 when I started seeing Christine's videos pop up in my recommendations, just because I basically used YouTube to look up, you know, interviews from the Twilight cast or interviews from other movies that I used to love. She would pop up in my recommendations because she would talk about Twilight and all the other books I used to love, or I still do love. I marathoned Christine's videos, and she's the one who kind of just got me into it. If you could choose to be one bad character, who would it be and why? You also have to live with the consequences he or she gets after the book series finishes, i.e. death. Bad character? Not even sure. Who would I pick? Who's like my favorite good bad person? I can't think of a good answer for this one. I'm gonna choose Jane from Twilight just because she has an awesome power and no one's gonna kill her. I mean, maybe someday, but right now I'm pretty sure she's safe. So I'm gonna choose Jane from Twilight. How do you order Cassie Clare's books from favorite to least favorite?
City of Glass, Clockwork Princess, Clockwork Angel, City of Lost Souls, City of Bones, City of Ashes, Clockwork Prince. I think Clockwork Prince probably would be up there more. And City of Falling Angels is last, and we'll see where City of Heavenly Fire stands.
But we won't know until May, unfortunately. What are your top 5 least favorite book covers? I will show you. Any of these. Really. The Vampire Academy books. Actually, yeah. The worst one is Bloodlines, in my opinion. Just so ugly. I really hate Frostbite. I hate this guy on the cover. I don't know who he is or what he's doing there. The first one. I think my favorite out of the whole series is probably Shadow Kiss and Last Sacrifice, but they're all still ugly. Doesn't matter. They're all ugly. Penguin. Let's get these book covers right for once. What kind of music do you listen to? Do you listen to music while you read? If so, what is some of the stuff you listen to? Some of my favorite artists are the top, you know, Billboard chart people. My 4 favorite artists / bands are Adele, Katy Perry, Lana Del Rey, and Florence and the Machine. So typical, but they are my favorite. I do tend to listen to different like alternative music, lots of smooth like jazzy, soft voices type things. I love the Civil Wars. That's my other favorite band. I'm really boring when it comes to music. I never know like the new songs. I love music, but it's not, you know, high on my priority list, and I don't really listen to it while I'm reading. The only case when I do listen to music when I read, I have a playlist for the More Lynchman series, and that includes like Evanescence and heavy rock music. I've had that playlist since I read like the first couple books, and I used to listen to music all the time while I read, but now it's just not really convenient for me to listen to music. If you could bring back to life a character, which one would it be? Finnick. That's not even a question. He's still alive. He's still alive in my heart. Suzanne Collins, still alive. Still alive. You're still alive. Have you ever read something from J.R.R. Tolkien? No. I've never even read anything from J.K. Rowling, so. If you had to choose a fictional boyfriend besides Dmitry Belikov, because he's obviously mine, who would you pick? Oh, this is from Kristen. A fictional boyfriend. Dmitry Belikov is pretty high up there. Oh gosh. Dmitry? Finnick? Probably. Finnick. Yeah. What made you start booktubing? This is probably one of the most asked questions I got. Let's see. I started booktubing. Oh, there's a lot that goes into this. First of all, I watched Christine's videos, was very inspired by her, and I used to love making videos when I was younger, and I did have a couple channels on YouTube before, so if you find those, please don't tell me because they are all embarrassing. I love anything on computers, and I'm very good at editing. I used to run a podcast, so just the idea of being on video and talking about books really appealed to me. So it was really an easy decision for me, as well as being on the internet and also being known for, you know, co-running Page to Premiere. And it really just all came down to just wanting to be a part of this community and wanted to talk about books and having my face out there for other people to see. I do a lot like in the fan community, and I kind of just wanted to have something that was my own for once, which made me want to put myself out there, and it was kind of scary, but I really just wanted to make this my own and have people know me for this and not just the person who, you know, is the behind the scenes girl. What book are you most looking forward to seeing adapted into a movie? Well, if this was like 2 months ago, I would say Vampire Academy, but that already happened. I hope we get Frostbite. That would probably be the one I'm most excited for, but it's not even official. Right now, I'm very excited to see The Maze Runner, but I haven't read it yet. But probably Mockingjay Part 1 and 2. I love those. So I can't wait to see those, and Jen on screen once again. What underrated books would you recommend? I read this series right after I finished Vampire Academy just because it looked good and I like scary novels, and it was like a new adult book, and I kind of wanted to get into new adults, but I was really wary about like if they were adapted from Twilight fan fiction. So I tried out this one series, and it's called Experiment in Terror. I don't know if any of you guys have heard of it. And I just had so much fun reading them, and they're so scary. And I remember just like being like all scared in my bed and reading it. And it was, I don't know, it was definitely a fun ride for me. If you want to check it out, it's called Experiment in Terror, written by Karina Hale. And I think there's 7 in the series right now, and the first one is called Dark House, and I will have it linked below for you to see / purchase. What camera editing software do you use and all that jazz, blah blah blah. My camera is a Canon Rebel T3i. I really love it. It's like the step below the 60D. I got it for Christmas last year from my mom, and I think even then I knew I wanted to do some YouTubing thing, and yeah, and so thanks Mom for buying this for me. Software, I just use iMovie 09. It's like the most basic of iMovie because I have kind of an oldish Mac computer, and I have a light, which I think everyone should have if they have a DSLR camera, and it's like $30 on Amazon. I will link it down below if you are a YouTuber / booktuber and you need some sort of lighting, because I love this. It's small and it's perfect. Where do you buy your books? Which stores, or do you buy them online? I mostly buy my books online, guys. It kills me to buy books in bookstores because they're so much more expensive, and I really look for a deal on books. There are only certain times where I will buy a book at a bookstore. That's just because I'm there and it's there, and I usually don't have any self-control. Usually it's Amazon or Thrift Books or half.com. Any of those. I usually hate paying for shipping. Yeah, I got a lot of feedback from people who said $14 is nothing, and I get that you're international, but I do have a solution for you. If you guys haven't heard, there is this website called the Book Depository, and it has like free shipping internationally, and so that's really perfect for you guys who were complaining about shipping in my comments during my my first book haul, and I will have the link below if you want to check out the Book Depository for international fans, or if you're in the United States and you want to check it out too. But there you go. top YA ship. I got a lot of these ship questions and I kind of want to save it for a different video, but my favorite ship when it comes to YA books, Romitri? What books would you like to see made into a movie? I know we have so many dystopian movies coming out. I mean, we have Divergent, The Maze Runner, The Giver, and then Mockingjay. That's 4 movies this year. I don't know how many more years we're going to be seeing dystopian movies, but I would love to see The Darkest Minds as a movie or maybe a TV show. And also, I think would just be a brilliant movie would be The Fifth Wave would probably be just a brilliant movie. I really loved this book when I read it. You could feel the desperation in it, and then the different storylines. I think it just worked really well as a movie, and it has been optioned, so I'm hoping, but we'll see. If you could meet any book/movie character, past or present, who would it be and or why? Rose Hathaway. Movie character might be cheating here a little bit. I want to meet Harry Potter. I haven't read the books. And he's a movie character, so that works for me. Or Hermione Granger, one of them. How old are you? I'm 19. I've said this in like 5 videos. What is the one place you dream to go? In the real world, I would love to go to London. Oh gosh, I want to go to London so bad. And I want to go to Greece. I'm Greek, so I really want to visit the homeland. Fictional wise, the royal court for Vampire Academy. Spoiler, Newt. I would love to see Lissa as queen, and Rose and Dimitri. If you could trade places with any character for one day, who would it be? No one in a dystopian land. No, thank you. I don't know, guys. It all depends on which girl has the hot guy that I want to be with. So it would probably be like Lois Lane, Jane from Thor,
or Rose.
You know, all of those people that I totally love, their boyfriends or husbands. Do I plan on filming a bookshelf tour? Bookshelf tours are not my favorite thing to watch on BookTube. I don't know why everyone's so obsessed with them, but one of these days, yeah, I will film one, but not anytime soon, just because you guys have all seen my bookshelves due to, you know, the blindfolded book challenge. I mean, like, every book was felt in that video. But a bookshelf tour, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe sometime soon, who knows.
What is your favorite book-related quote?
The person, be it a gentleman or a lady, who has not pleasure in a novel must be intolerably stupid. The words from Jane Austen. Any tips for newcomers? What is a good first video to start BookTube? Ugh, number 1, which is most cliche, is just be yourself, guys. I can always tell when someone is copying somebody else, and yes, it's awesome that you're inspired by one of us, one of the booktubers, but just make it your own, guys. I know it's sometimes difficult to come up with own ideas, but I mean, I've done it too. So you're not alone there. Make friends with booktubers. Like, don't be scared to talk to everybody on Twitter or ask them maybe to check out your video. Just don't be annoying though. Just maybe one mention, but definitely try to make friends with people who have book channels. Keep filming videos, guys. Just gonna get better. A good first video to start. I don't know how I feel about those introduction to booktube videos. I mean, yeah, they're cool. Just do whatever you want to do. I mean, if you've been thinking about doing a video for a long time, just do it. Like, my first video was my whole thoughts on Vampire Academy. You do a video that you want to film. Favorite color and food. Purple and food. Meatball sandwiches or crab cakes. Yeah. What are some good Christian fiction books? I don't read a lot of Christian fiction, unfortunately. All my Christian friends will probably tell you a lot better things than I have, but my main thing is, if you are averse to reading like Christian romance books, start with Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers, just because it's just the most incredible story ever. Even if you aren't Christian, it's just such a good book.
If you could start a book to movie adaptation, who would you be?
I think I would rather like play the character than I'd like be the character. Rose Hathaway, or maybe my teenage dream of being Bella Swan or Alice Cullen, or oh gosh, who else would I love to be? Isabel Lightwood, any of those. What book concept would you love to read about? Always has to have romance in it. So probably something set in like the Victorian era, so something steampunk, and then something with aliens. like a steampunk alien book. I think that would be so much fun. I love aliens, so like that's perfect. I mean, it's freaking weird. It's like, is that like Alien versus Cowboys? Is that like that? Or it's not gonna be that corny, okay? It's gonna be like awesome, okay? And we're gonna have like hot alien men, and they're gonna be in like, you know, the fun attire from the Victorian era, and it's just gonna be so much fun, and I would love to read that book. So someone write that book. What is my favorite and least favorite ship on Teen Wolf? Well, favorite is Stydia. Least favorite is, what's the ship name for Isaac and Allison? I don't know the ship name for Isaac and Allison. Someone told me the ship name for Isaac and Allison. I don't know what it is, but they're my least favorite. I mean, they used to date in real life, and I can kind of tell on screen. I don't know. I think it's just weird. What do I do besides booktubing? I work online. I'm also moving towards being a professional hair and makeup artist sometime soon. Alright guys, that's the end of my Q&A. I think I answered all the big questions that you guys all had for me. But that's it for this video, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you like being nosy and peeking into my likes and, you know, whatever. I hope to see you in my next video, so bye guys. See you all in the future. Bye! Jar. Mom, I'm filming.